What's good? This is JVB representing SPD, and that is sportsperdiem.com. Now, recently, Khabib's manager Ali came out and said that Khabib only wants to fight 2 more times. He wants to get to 30-0. Right now, he's 28-0, but once he gets to 30-0, he wants to retire. Now, take it for what it's worth. You know, Ali could be full of shit, or he could be telling the truth about Khabib. Obviously, Khabib is going through a lot right now. You know, he lost his father, who was a big part of his life. You know, hell, he was his life. You know, since he was a little boy wrestling bears and his whole grappling career, and obviously his UFC career now, being a dominant champion, being an undefeated champion right now. Khabib's father was a very strong presence in Khabib's not only career, but obviously his life. So I can see the truth in that. You know, Khabib wants to get to a round number 30-0, similar to Floyd Mayweather with the 50-0, but I can see some truth to that with Khabib. Wanted to retire, leave MMA, even at a young age. You know, he's only 31, but I could definitely see somebody like Khabib actually just flat out retiring. You know, he says, I'm going to get to this point and I'm done. I can see that with Khabib. You know, I don't really see a lot of bullshit with Khabib. And of course, with news like this, you know, Dana White's going to chime in, give his opinion. And he basically said that Khabib is a great fighter. He's been great for the company. Whatever Khabib wants, you know, in regards to fights, I'll give it to him. So that brings up the question. Which 2 guys does Khabib want to fight? We definitely know one name, and that's Georges St-Pierre. GSP was recently called out by another UFC champion, that man being Kamaru Usman, who is the current UFC welterweight champion, the same division that GSP dominated for years. GSP did address that, but he shut it down. He said Kamaru Usman is a great fighter, he's a great champion, but that fight doesn't excite him. You know, that fight doesn't bring out the motivation to come out of retirement. But we do know a fight that possibly does. Not too long ago, Khabib came out and he challenged Georges St-Pierre. And GSP didn't say, no, I don't want to do it. In fact, he was thinking about cutting down to 155. Now, I don't know if the fight, if it happens, should be at 170 or it should be at 155. Now, for selfish reasons, GSP may want to go down to 155 because it'll give him the opportunity to become the only man in UFC history to win 3 belts in 3 different weight classes. I'm saying it, but, you know, we all feel the same way. You know, that'll be a spectacle fight. You know, that'll be a big super fight. And for me, I would like that to be Khabib's last fight. Let's say Khabib, whoever he fights next, he gets past that guy and he's 29-0. Let the fight against GSP, if it happens, let that fight be the last fight of not only his career, but GSP's career. You know, I think it'll be great. You know, it'll be a nice storybook ending for either guy. You know, if GSP was able to beat Khabib, be the only guy to beat Khabib, and be the only guy to have 3 belts in 3 different weight classes, or Khabib, you know, beating GSP, the longtime great welterweight champion, the former UFC middleweight champion, that'd be a great feat as well. You know, to go 30-0, a whole undefeated career in mixed martial arts, that's saying something. So I do believe that GSP should be one of the fights. You know, I believe it should be the last fight. But how about number 29? You know, how about his next fight? Dana White brought up Conor McGregor again and how Conor McGregor really wants to fight Khabib and all that. But I don't want to see that fight again. Let Khabib have the GSP fight. That'd be the blockbuster fight. You know, we don't need Khabib against Conor 2 because we saw Khabib versus Conor 1 and Khabib dominated Conor McGregor. You know, I don't care what nobody say. He dominated Conor and he finished Conor McGregor. The fight that I want to see is the fight that makes logical sense. The UFC champion Khabib defending against the interim UFC lightweight champion Justin Gaethje. Now, for years we were talking about Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. You know, these guys would get matched up, something will happen, the fight will get canceled, blase, blase, blase. So now Tony Ferguson is taking on Justin Gaethje, and we all believe it's going to be a tough fight for Justin Gaethje. You know, Tony Ferguson has been a perennial top lightweight for a very long time, and we all looked at him as like 1B to Khabib in the lightweight division. It was Khabib and it was Tony Ferguson. Justin Gaethje came in, he said, hold my beer real quick. Those extra 2 to 3 weeks helped Justin Gaethje tremendously, and we saw it in his performance. You know, he went out there and he showed up and he showed out and he dominated. Yes, he dominated the boogeyman He defeated Tony Ferguson, becoming the UFC interim lightweight champion. Justin Gaethje was on a whole new level. You know, this was the best version of Justin Gaethje that we ever seen. And I want to see that version of Justin Gaethje get the opportunity to fight Khabib. Get the opportunity to give Khabib that one. You don't see it much, you know, but Justin Gaethje can wrestle. And he also has devastating leg kicks and hands that can stop any man in his tracks, and that includes Khabib. Now, if I got to put some money on it, you know, I'm going to go with Khabib, but it's a very intriguing fight. You know, I think it could be a very good fight between a dominant striker and a dominant grappler. But if this is it, you know, Khabib going out, trying to get to 30-0, looking for 2 more fights, I think these are the 2 fights he should make. Go out and have the title unification fight against Justin Gaethje. And then for your last fight, have that big legacy super fight against George St. Pierre. But I'm out. Like the video and share the video. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, take it easy. God bless. Peace.